Well, I'm going to give my opinion on the plane that crashed in the 370 plane crash that was in March, I believe the 8th in 19 and 14. And my own opinion, and we all have a right to our own opinions. The plane is not in the ocean. In my opinion, the plane was kidnapped. There's some guys wrote a book about this. And my nephew and I had talked about this long before the book was written. That we believe the plane was hijacked. And it was headed for a military base next to the Indian Ocean. And, come on.
Keep going.
The
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
The family should know what happened because it was hijacked and it did not crash. And my nephew and I have said before that we have talked about this before this book was out to the public. And the Malaysians, that two people with false identifications on the plane. And in my opinion, I think the plane was hijacked for some type of retaliation because there's a lot of problems going on over there. And Dr. Muhammad said himself, and it's been documented, that he believed that the CIA and the United States government knew what was going on, but they wouldn't tell anything about it. And what I was informed, that the people in the Malaysian department, if they told anything, they would lose their jobs. There's more to this than what people think. But I've done a lot of research. After the plane took off, all the transponders were taken off, and they were cut off, completely cut off, and only the person is allowed to do that is a co-pilot. And the co-pilot apartment was checked. And when they found a map that was leading to a military base that belonged to the United States in India, and the name of it was Diego Garcia. And this plane landed there because there's a man made a phone call to his family. He said that we'd been hijacked and they'd got me in a cell, and they took all of our cell phones and said I hid mine between my legs. He said something else, but he said between his legs. And they traced it, and the phone call was made from the military base. Now, why would the Malaysian plane land on a military base and nobody knew anything about it? And we know that the government's not going to say anything about it, but that's the public now, and I think the family should know everything. And whenever the Malaysians met these two people on the plane with the false IDs, they knew something was going to happen. All this was pre-planned and premeditated. And it is somewhere in another country. And it's like that my nephew and I had talked about before, and it's in the book that was written, that the plane was kidnapped and taken on a journey which these people did not know. And they claimed that nobody used their cell phone from the plane. And that doesn't make sense, because if the plane was in trouble, somebody would have called their families. But the only phone call that they traced was from a man, and I believe it had 20 men on there that they were very well educated. And of course, they're over working with somewhere in some foreign country, probably against us, who knows? And that's my opinion, and my opinion only. But whether these people are alive or dead, I don't know. And watch my YouTube, because I'm going to give you some information on the Elvis Presley, John Benet Ramsey, the aliens, UFOs. And I met two aliens. I'm quite sure I did, and I'll tell you all about that. Watch my YouTube.